I'm Anthony. I yell shit and I play guitar.
I'm William. I also yell shit and I play bass.
I'm Kyle. Drums.
Yeah, Kyle's like my blood brother, and Anthony has known me since I was like 1 year old. So he's my brother too, pretty much. My dad took me to my first show. It was Ozzy/2. It was Ozzy and Slash, and I was 6 years old.
Yeah, I mean, I grew up with it. I went to my first show as a Slipknot show at 8.
Grew up listening to a whole lot of like rap music and hip hop and R&B and soul and all type of shit like that. And then they introduced me to like Metallica, Slayer, all that good shit.
Me and Anthony, we've been playing guitar forever. Like, I mean, we actually started. Anthony had a rap career before this.
Let's go.
Oh my God!
Yeah, shout out.
Yep.
We started. We built a little booth at his aunt's house, and then we started kind of jamming together guitar.
Well, no, I actually started in like 6th grade with fucking cello and shit, and then I was like, damn, this shit ass, and then I switched to the stand-up bass or whatever. My dad ended up giving me an electric bass and shit. After these motherfuckers trying to search and find a fucking bass player, bro. Their little brother plays bass, but no, they was trying to find someone else first. But besides that, they, like 2 days before their first show, they was like, hey, guess what, you're playing.
Me and Anthony were sitting there trying to figure out, like, what's a good name, and we were just roaming around in my living room, and we found, like, an obituary paper from my grandma, and it said In Memory, and we're like, let's try In Memory. And then
That shit was weak.
And then that was our name for probably, what?
6 months, maybe.
A year?
No,
we played our first, like, 3 or 4 shows.
Under In Memory, bro. Yeah.
I feel like honestly we wanted to change the name.
Yes,
and
bro.
And we also came across another band with the same name. And
that's right. Yeah, I forgot about that.
So we made a goofy video about that. My fellow Americans, we were saddened to discover that band In Memory had already been around since the year 2001. We decided that an immediate name change was necessary and appropriate. That after brainstorming ideas for the worst band name possible, we have landed upon Frontal Assault.
My thing recently in the past like year has really been getting the crowd going, seeing movement, seeing people, fucking mosh and shit, man. It makes me go a lot harder. It's a good time, man. It's a great time.
The main goal is to have a good time.
I think I'm the straight one, the square. I'm also the driver, so that too. I'm the designated driver.
We got songs about passing out and getting kicked out of a bar for smoking too much weed. We got songs about killing politicians. We got songs about needing to save the earth.
We're always talking about things we can add to make the show funner, stuff like that. Because if the audience have a good time, like we say, if there's a bad audience, even if we play good, it doesn't feel like the show went well. Well, originally I was playing guitar, but we couldn't find any drummers. See, I was in percussion, marching band, so I just decided to try to play kit and kind of self-taught myself.
Snooping around my grandpa's house, and I found this case, and he goes, "Oh, that's my old bass guitar." My school teacher shout out to Mr. Cornell. He was actually a guitar player, and so I actually got to like. That was kind of like my after-school club. It was like guitar class, so it was like perfect. I was just into like everything like that had guitar in it. My grandpa listened to a lot of like Beach Boys and the Beatles and stuff like that.
My dad always played bass and shit, and I always thought it was cool. Bass techniques and stuff like that. I actually really look a lot more towards like funk bass playing and stuff like that. I just feel it's a lot more my style.
And there's all these bands we love, and we'd like to compile them to make the exact sound that we would want to hear. I just want to write the fucking coolest shit ever. That's all I want. Is to write shit that someday somebody will hear and think it's as cool as the bands I think are awesome as shit.
It's a lot easier for us to write songs now than I'd say it was when we first started, which is what you would probably fucking hope for.
Life schedule and the band schedule and the work schedule.
The
fishing schedule. It has to be, you know, like that's become a priority where we can't. It cannot take us a month to write a song.
Go ahead, this way of writing has honestly made us write more complicated songs also.
Somebody will get out of Frontal Assault what I get out of Death or Metallica or fucking Vector or whatever, you know?
Me and Anthony will be the ones to sit down and kind of work through riffs before he takes it. And then he'll put like scratch drums over it, like his sort of idea, and then I'll try to build on that. But mainly I recycle the same 3 or 4 beats.
We've always said we don't have a front man. There's none of that.
The dream is to not have to have a fucking actual job
full time
and be able to just fucking, you know.
Not to be rich. Though. Not to be rich though.
If I can just like live off of doing shit with music.
I'm telling you, if I can scrape by,
bro,
off doing this shit,
I'm doing it.
It's so much better than a real job.